I decided to go to the post office relatively early. I usually go in the evenings just in case there's another order that comes through. But I decided I would go at noon since this is something that sold 2 days ago, but of course, yesterday the post office was closed. The post office I had to go to lives in a mall area, and I was tripping because, of course, today is Black Friday, but I remember telling myself some days ago that I always thought the mall, given that malls in America are dying, it seems excessive to have so many tons of parking spots that are always empty. But today, what's a routine trip for me turned into a bit of a nightmare because the mall's parking lot was a sea of cars. And I thought, wow, I'm just not going to find my regular parking spot. But it turns out I did. I got lucky. There was one space that I was becoming a little sad that I was reaching the end of that aisle, the end of that row of parking spots, and I wasn't finding anything. Every time I thought I could see one, I would approach it and see the shadow of a car and then see it was a goddamn Tesla or a car that's just a smaller size car and you couldn't really see behind the SUV that there was one there. Anyway, I found one that happened to be close to the door to the post office, so it worked out for me. I remember that in years past, I just don't go out on a day like today, and if I did, it was because I had to work. So for me to see something like that, it was interesting, and it makes me wonder why foot traffic seems to come alive maybe once a year. So I'm thinking maybe the mall survives kind of like, is it European Airlines? Anyway, there is a continent that struggles in aviation when it comes to their seasons that are outside of the holidays and summer, because people just don't travel very much. And then what they have to do is, in order for some airlines to not die, they have to, what is it that they do? I think they rent out their planes or something. But anyway, there's a lot of European airlines that just don't survive some seasons, and it's for that reason. So then I thought maybe the reason malls are still around is because somehow they stay alive during the season when they're mostly dead. And all of a sudden, this one time of the year, this one season, is when they see that rush of sales and orders. And I guess that, among with other investments, suffices for them to continue. I don't know, I'll never understand any of that. It got me thinking, so I thought, oh, this is what it's like to try to go and have a normal life on a Black Friday.